Hi everyone, so today you're going to be watching me get ready and this is the final look. I just wanted to do an intro and explain to you what I'm about to do. I have a little bit of questions here that people ask me on my Instagram, danielle.lifts, and basically there are a lot of like fitness related questions, all of that fun stuff, and I just felt like doing it while I get ready for work was going to be the best thing to do because I would need to put my makeup on. I normally just watch like YouTube or something, so why not film? And yeah, so if you want to see me answer some questions, see me put on some makeup and everything like that, keep on watching. And you're gonna see me without makeup in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is first of all put my hair back because I am putting on face makeup and it's just a lot easier to have my hair out of my face and all that fun stuff. And I think what I'm gonna do is each time I do a new step of makeup, I'm gonna ask a new question. And yeah, you guys will probably get to know me pretty well. Now that my hair is back, I'm gonna start off first of all with a primer. And this is the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. And I don't really do all that much. As you'll see, like when I do my makeup, I have a little mirror right here. I really don't wear that much when I do wear it, but everything helps. So yeah, and this primer actually came in my FabFitFun box from like a summer thing or something, and it's actually a really good brand and I really like it. So far, like not sponsored, I've gotten really good products from them. But yeah, anyway, so I guess for my first question, while I let this primer like set in just a second, I had like a pretty good amount of people ask me questions. I kind of had to beg people at first, my friends, but after a few hours, I kind of started to get more comments and everything on my Instagram. So, oops. The first question is, when are we hanging out? And that was asked by Claire. Claire, I really want to see you this Saturday. We're both working the UCF game and hopefully we can like get dinner after. Actually, no, we're going to be there until like 2 in the morning. Never mind. But soon, Claire, soon. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is BB cream. I guess I'll show you the product. I've never made a video like this. I've never made a video like this before, so bear with me. This is the Garnier Skin Active BB Cream for oily to combo skin. This is a really cheap BB cream that does the job, and like I said, I don't really like really full coverage stuff. So if that's what you're looking for this, I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's just more of like a skin perfector, I guess you could say. Like, it moisturizes, kind of. It's a lot like the IT Cosmetics CC cream, I would compare it to, but it's a lot cheaper, and I really do like it. You'll see in a second, even though my lighting is atrocious, that it does the job. My problem with my skin is I have redness, so yeah. Okay, so that should be good enough, probably. I look kind of crazy right now, but I then use a beauty blender. I got this as well in my FabFitFun box, but I used to use the orange Real Techniques, and I still like that a lot too, but it is nice to have the real thing. So now I'm just buffing this into my skin. As you saw earlier, I put it on my neck as well, so it will match. But honestly, like this just really smooths my skin out without being too heavy, and it's got sunscreen in it too, which is a plus, even though I'll be inside tonight working. Yeah, so I guess now before I do my next makeup step, I'll ask another question. So my friend Ross asked me, what is your favorite muscle group to work out? My favorite muscle group, that's a very good question. I'm kind of between back and legs. I think those are two of my strongest muscles. So yeah, that's kind of answering your question. Leg day is always just a really good day for me. I always feel super strong when I'm squatting and like doing all the fun stuff. I like that. But yeah, I'll get into that later with a different question as for like what I do during my leg days and like all that and stuff. But yeah, I think leg day and then back day as well, because I deadlift on back day and I really like doing that too. I just feel super strong when I am doing those compound moves. So yeah, to answer your question, and also I'm using this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I really like it, and I like to do like triangles, some down my nose, forehead, etc. So once again, using my beauty blender. And if I didn't tell you already, I already wet the beauty blender, so I do think it makes a difference. And yeah, I'm covering that really ugly pimple you guys saw on my chin earlier, I'm sure. And I understand that putting too much makeup on will make you look like cakey, and that's why I'm kind of trying not to, you know, wear super heavy foundations and all that, because that just, I've never felt like I look good with like really full coverage stuff like that. It just looks really unnatural on my skin, and I have dry skin as well, so it kind of like, you know, attracts all the, not wrinkles, all the dryness. So not my thing, but yeah, so that is another, I feel like this is also like a beauty Q&A or whatever, but yeah, now I'm gonna be baking with my air spun powder from Walmart. So cheap, so good. I'm sure you've heard about this stuff before. It is really great. So out making a mess. Oh, and another tip before I ask another question, I saw on a beauty channel that if you pat your concealer before you bake, it helps like make it smoother or something. I'm not sure if that really works or not, but I'm gonna do what I can. So yeah, I do bake a little bit. I do have dry skin, but I have an oily T-zone and nose, so, and under eyes as well. So yeah, I like to control that when I can. And another thing that I like to do is I like to spray rose water, whatever those Mario Badescu sprays. I've tried like every scent or whatever, and I really like all of them. I like to spray them on my powder after, because it does keep the hydration in without, you know, making it look too cakey, because like I said, not my thing. I'm gonna spray that right now. I do that a few times, and my makeup, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not very good at this myself, but I do like learning. Alright, so moving on to the next question and steps of makeup. My friend Miranda asked me, how do you know you have bad technique during a workout? That is a really good question. I'm gonna do my eyebrows while I answer. Having bad technique is not only something that you don't want to see people do, but it's also not good for their bodies. You could really hurt yourself if you do have bad technique. The number one thing I would say is if you feel like a pinch in your back when you're doing, you know, deadlifts, squats, all that kind of stuff, you're probably doing it wrong, or you're going too heavy. And I would definitely, like, you know, maybe get yourself, like maybe record yourself doing it one day. I do that all the time, and I post my progress on my Instagram, danielle.lifts. Sorry, shameless plug, but yeah, I have definitely improved, and I'm not perfect whatsoever in my stuff, but I do know how to not hurt myself, and I think that I've done a pretty good job of that. And if you guys would like me to do a video on like beginner basic like deadlifting, squats, like how to do it properly, like the scientific way of not hurting yourself and all of that stuff, I'm really into that, so I would definitely do it for you guys. And the product that I use is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil and Taupe. It is so good. Only use the Anastasia Brow Definer or Micro Brow one or whatever. And this is a really good dupe for it. Although I will say it doesn't last as long, but if you're trying to, you know, save some money and you don't do your makeup every day, this is probably a good one for you. So I am not done with my brows. I usually like to carve them out with concealer, and I actually just got them threaded today, thank God. it's been like a really long time since I did that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna use like a really old concealer.
So you want to start just with a little brush like this, and just carve them out. I found that this does help. And I am not very good at my brows, honestly, but...
Up. And, yes. Oh, and I guess I never told you guys like where I'm working today. So I bartend at the UCF games on weekends sometimes. And I also work for this concert venue that does like shows and everything. And I actually did the San Holo show 2 weeks ago, and I got to meet him and everything. So pretty cool. I'm an event management major, if that is helpful for you. And yeah, so doing events like this is very good experience for me. And tonight I will be doing the Tech 9 concert, which is amazing. I'm so excited. Hopefully I will get to meet him, and I think Dizzy Wright is also going to be there, so it's going to be a good time. I'm going to be getting paid to pretty much watch them, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So the next question I guess I'll answer now is my cousin Randy. Thank you for asking. She has 3 different questions. The first is how to stay motivated. Well, that's a good question because sometimes I don't feel motivated, and I know you probably hear this question all the time. My biggest thing is, number 1, if you have a routine that you do every day and you make it something that's a priority, even if you're not motivated, you'll go. I've honestly never felt like I regretted going to the gym once in my life because I always feel better afterwards. And with the food, if you meal prep and stuff, like that definitely makes it easier to stay motivated because you don't have as many options to like, you know, go get Chick-fil-A every day instead, you know, it saves you money and all that. And another thing is music. When I have a really bomb playlist, I definitely feel more motivated. So yeah, that's the first question. Oh, and really quickly, I just like filled my brows in even more with this Anastasia blonde eyebrow powder. I've had this for like 5 years and I still use it, so pretty cool. Her next question for me is, why did I start YouTube? I actually, before I even did my Instagram page for fitness, I wanted to start a YouTube channel before that. And actually my old roommate Laura was like, how about you start an Instagram first so you can get a following so people will actually like, you know, tune into your videos. I'm like, that's a good idea. So I did, and then it honestly took me like a year to actually start the channel. And I know I'm not very consistent with that, and honestly, like, I'm sure like people are like, oh my god, you're so different on the camera, and it's true, but I think that like doing stuff like this where I can multitask and not really think about it, it's a lot better for me. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out my algorithm, and I really just started YouTube because I wanted to talk more about fitness and lifestyle and anything that was on my mind. And it's an easier way to get my point across than a really long caption on my Instagram. So yeah, and by the way, I am using the Chocolate Bar Too Faced eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna grab this first, like vanilla looking shadow, put that on my lid just to get a base. By the way, all of the brushes that I use, I got them in like a Sigma beauty set when I was like in 8th grade, so clearly I still like them. But yeah, and then I'm gonna use this brownish color here with this like blending brush, and I'm gonna start my crease with that. Okay, so once you kind of have it blended out, I like to grab like grab like one of these like angled brushes, and I get this brown color down here, and I want to put it under my lash line just to get some definition. I don't go too crazy about it either, just a little bit. I really like this palette, by the way. I don't own too much makeup because I like to just use things that work for me, and if something is something ain't broke, don't fix it. That's like my mentality. But yeah, so yeah, and it smells like chocolate, so that's cool. And then another thing that I like to do to define my eyes a little more is I'll take an angled brush, and instead of like liquid liner, I'll take a darker shadow like this purple right here. I will wet my brush and I'll go in and like use it as eyeliner, and I get so many compliments whenever I do this. It's just so nice.
Natural. And purples look really good on green eyes. Honestly, any eyes, but it's like my go-to liner. And I also love the chocolate hair color. They have this like beautiful dark green blue color that I like to do my liner with as well. So, I'm going to speed this up really quick. It's hard to concentrate.
Do my mascara, and I like to curl my eyelashes beforehand, and this is just from like Target. I have really long eyelashes, but they're so blonde, so when I don't wear mascara I look kind of weird. So mascara is like my secret weapon. But before I do my mascara, I'm gonna answer another question. And an Instagram follower named Danielle asked, what got you into working out? So I guess I'll start my mascara and answer this question, but into weightlifting and working out, well, it all started when I was a swimmer when I was younger. I took a break from swimming in middle school, and I was so lazy, and I would just sit on the computer and play video games all day. And I one day woke up at age 14 and my back hurt so bad that I couldn't move, and I realized I threw out my back, and nothing helped, no pain relievers, nothing. So all day I just laid in bed like feeling bad for myself, and then finally I decided to stretch because that's what normal people probably do. But I started stretching my hamstrings and my back and my arms, and all of a sudden the pain started melting away, and it kind of like was a light bulb in my head that like, hey, you cannot be sitting all day doing nothing and not being active and not stretching. And ever since then I started going to yoga. I started going to like fitness classes, like body pump with my mom. I used to go to those all the time. And then in high school I played volleyball, and it did not go work out in my favor. I did club volleyball freshman year, and I did not really like my team. I didn't think my coach was a very nice coach. Like, she convinced me to join and then would bench me at every game, and like I just didn't feel like I fit in with people. And I used to be really embarrassed to talk about that, honestly, because it was like a mortifying time in my life. Like being like 14, 15 and being benched every game, like I'm sure some of you relate to that. Like you feel like you're not good enough. And yeah, and I tried out for the volleyball team the summer following that, so going into sophomore year, and I tried so hard, but I did not get on the team. And I'm like, why is this happening to me? Like, I would try so hard in the conditioning practices, like at the tryouts, like I would always do the bleachers. Like there were girls who got on the team that literally walked, like, but I, like, even though I wasn't the most athletic person, I pushed myself really hard, and the coach ended up really she really liked my dedication, but I just didn't have the technique to be on the team, and I felt really defeated at that point in my life. And then my friend who was on the swim team was like, hey, how about you join the swim team? And I'm like, I did used to be a swimmer, and I used to be pretty good at it. And so I one day just decided to take the leap to do that, and that got me into the best shape, the best attitude of my life. My whole life changed. Like, I used to be depressed, and I'm not afraid to say that. And I used to have trouble sleeping because I was so anxious all the time and so unhappy with my life. And all of that started to go away when I joined that team, and we started doing weightlifting in the team. And so for the rest of high school, I did swimming and I weightlifted a little bit. And then once I graduated and came to UCF and I saw how amazing that gym was, which is one of the biggest reasons why I went here, honestly, I was like, I'm gonna try something on my own. Like, why not do weightlifting? And I had been so scared from going from doing cardio like 2 hours a day, twice a day sometimes, to not doing that anymore. At first, it was really scary, and I would push myself to do like 45 minutes of the stair climber, and that's not good. That's not good for you. But I would do that, or do an hour, and I still had that idea in my mind that cardio was more important than weightlifting. And then sophomore year came around, and I started watching YouTube videos more of workouts and stuff, and it started to become more of a thing. And I'm like, instead of just working out my arms and then doing my legs every now and then, I'm gonna like make a muscle, I'm gonna do different muscle groups. And I started doing that, and I met her that year, and she used to do weightlifting in high school. So she showed me a lot, and that's when everything changed. Ashlyn, I met her that year, and she used to do weightlifting in high school. So she showed me a lot, and that's when everything changed. My body fat started converting to muscle. I didn't have to like work, like, you know, do all of that cardio. Instead, I would do like 45 minutes of lifting and then like 15-20 minutes of cardio, and that's what I do now, and it honestly has changed the game for me, and I'm so grateful for it. And if I had never joined the swim team, I don't know if I would be doing this right now. I have no idea. So I have no idea where my life would be. I don't know if I'd be here at UCF. I could not tell you. So I'm very grateful for those little decisions that you don't think will really impact you. They do sometimes, they really do. So, oh wow, I actually got my mascara to look good for once. Wow. So that's cool. Normally I use like 3 different mascaras, and I still might do that actually. Yeah, so weightlifting has been a really good thing for me. So I guess I'll answer another question. This is gonna be a really long video, by the way. I'm sorry, you guys. My friend Megan asks, what got you into working out? Oh, never mind. She asks, what kind of advice do you have for beginners wanting to count macros? Good question, Megan. The first thing I would say is get on a free calorie macro counting site or app, because it'll do a lot of that work for you. I use my FitnessPal. I love my FitnessPal. It's so easy. I actually have a whole video about what macros are. I highly recommend you guys watch. I'll link it in the down bar. I also think that going on like a nutrition website and figuring out the certain numbers that you want to hit every day would help. But yeah, that's a brief answer to that. But I would love, if you have more questions, you can always DM me. I like talking about stuff like this. This is why I have this channel in the first place. So yes, I think that my FitnessPal for sure, knowing what a calorie is, knowing what carbs, fats, proteins are, which is all my video. Yeah, so that is probably my best bet. So now I'm done with my mascara, by the way. I'm gonna wipe away the powder. I'm also sitting on like 2 pillows right now, So the next questions, actually a series of questions, comes from my roommate, Kitty, and she first asked me, how long are you at the gym for? Like a day. It depends. I could be there for 2 hours, I could be there for an hour and a half, or I could be there for an hour. It really just depends on the day. Normally when I'm in there longer, I feel more motivated, or I just really want to get a sweat in and I lose track of time or something, and yeah, so normally I would say like an hour and a half. Quickly contouring.
By the way, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Powder. I love it. It also smells like chocolate.
So yeah, I'm usually there for an hour and a half. And when people hear that, they're like, what the heck? And I'm like, well, I mean, part of that's like warming up, part of that's, you know, doing the lifting, part of that is waiting around for machines, and then I do like 20 minutes of cardio, and then I always stretch after. So I mean, it's kind of like, it's not all hard work, but the majority of it is. So, but you don't have to be there for that long to get a good workout in. Honestly, you could get a good workout in 30 minutes if you wanted to. Anything's better than not going, so definitely would suggest that. The next question she asked me is, what is your weekly workout split? That's a good question as well. I'm gonna be very brief about it just because this video is getting long. But so it depends on the day, but normally I do normally I will do chest and triceps on Monday. I'll do legs on Tuesday, like my compound leg day. Wednesday I'll do, what do I do? I'll either do shoulders and like biceps, or I'll do back and biceps. And I did that yesterday, and I should have waited longer because I was very sore when deadlifting. Thursday, today, I did shoulders, so like I said, I would have done back today. Tomorrow, Friday, I usually do legs again, but like more accessory work. And then either Saturday or Sunday, I will do a kind of all-around workout, like a full body, or I'll just do like a stretching kind of workout. Sometimes I don't work out at all on Saturday or Sunday, but that's kind of how it goes. And of course, I have a rest day. So yeah, that is my split. It's kind of always changing because I don't want to get used to it, you know? So, by the way, this is the Tarte Blush in Party. And I got this in a birthday thing last year. And this is the ColourPop highlighter in Lunch Money, and I really like it. It's super cheap. So yeah, that's to answer your question. Her last question is, oh, she has two more, sorry. Favorite protein brand, Select. Love Select protein. Favorite flavors are Snickerdoodle, peanut butter cookie, gourmet vanilla. Amazing, amazing. How did you start? I kind of already answered that. Can I make a home workout when you're short on time using no equipment? Oh yeah. I think that the best thing to do for those types of videos would be doing high intensity training, because it's like getting your cardio in, and you can add in like push-ups or, you know, ab moves and stuff. And I have videos like that, but I could definitely do one in the apartment. Let me know if you guys would actually want to see that, because I would definitely do that for you. And I know she wouldn't mind me filming it either. So yeah, I'm actually gonna curl my lashes again now.
You know, Secret Limit really does open your eyes up. So I have a few more questions left, so a few more makeup items left. So yeah, my lashes look gigantic now. The last question, oh, I have one more question.
Okay, so first of all, I look like I have fake lashes on. I don't. It's just literally mascara, lots of layers of it. And I'm gonna be lining my lips with this Makeup Forever Aqua Lip, and last question is coming from Chris. What is your weakness area when lifting, and how will you improve it? And that is amazing. That is an amazing question. I would say my weakness area is definitely chest and upper body. I can't do a lot of pull-ups anymore like I used to when I was a swimmer. I've definitely gained muscle weight, but it still is muscle and weight, and makes it a little bit harder for me to do stuff like that. So what I plan on doing to improve that is I am going to start incorporating body weight exercises into my chest days. So more pull-ups, more like assisted pull-ups on back day. I know that they don't actually help you with pull-ups, but I mean, it is a good workout. More push-ups, more tricep dips, stuff like that. Doing things that are going to make me super sore and that are not fun will definitely help me improve. So just put on a MAC lipstick in Cream Cup. And I'm just finishing off my look with this Rihanna Fenty lip gloss that is like amazing. So yeah, that's the look. I know the lighting is like not good, but yeah, so that's pretty much all I do. And then finally I spray some setting spray on my face.
I'm almost out of this, which is super sad because stuff is not cheap. So yeah, so
That is my official makeup look. I'm now going to straighten my hair and I'll be all done. So I'll see you guys in a second. Guys, so this is the final look. Not an expert on makeup, but I do have a few tips and tricks here and there. And yeah, so this is what I had to do. Just ran a straightener through my hair and I'm all ready to go to work now. I really enjoyed answering all of your questions. I would love to do this again. This was almost like the best video I feel like I've ever done, just because I feel more comfortable, and obviously like that's important. So yes, if you guys have any questions, please comment below, Instagram me at danielle.lifts, anything at all. And yeah, I just once again want to thank everyone for asking me questions. It means the world to me. And I actually just reached 1,000 followers on Instagram, which was amazing, and I had a giveaway and everything. And just, it's been amazing. It's honestly, everything's starting to pay off, and I feel like people are starting to notice me now, and it's just a great thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully sooner than before, because I'm going to try and be more consistent. So yeah, bye everyone.